Hi everybody. We are excited today to be able to bring to you some highlights from the first semester of the 2019-20 school year. The Curriculum Department will be joining me today on this quick video to highlight our achievements from first semester as well as look at some upcoming things second semester. The topics we're going to cover today in this quick video will be our annual performance report and some student achievement highlights. We're also going to highlight some awards and recognitions. We're going to share with you a new position in our Curriculum and Instruction Department, the new position of Parent Liaison and Interpreter for the district, and then also talk with you about our current curriculum revisions and professional development that's occurring throughout the district. And finally, we will highlight for you some of the great professional development offerings that will be available on March 30th for our full day professional development day throughout the district. All right, so we're going to jump into our 2019 annual performance report, which is given to us by the state of Missouri. And this is a new format for us this year. So with this, if you look at the center column, this is the column that shows performance related to achievement across the district, and it answers the question, are all students achieving at high levels at this point in time? And so you can see for the progress for the district, we are in the green category, which is on track by the state's designation. And you can see that the blue line indicates district performance and the black triangle indicates statewide performance. So we are outperforming the state and we are on track at this moment. On the right column, you can see that is the school, district, or charter making improvements over prior years. And so this simply is a snapshot of looking at 2019 as compared to 2018. The floor programming here is if you've made 1 point or less improvement. Approaching is between 1 and 3 points. On track is between 3 and 4.9 points. And then exceeding is 5 points or more improvement. So you can see by our district's improvement, we improved in all fronts in comparison to last year's data. And on the left, then this is the data that looks at individual student progress over time. So the state looks at least 3 years worth of data of the students to see if they are performing and growing in those performance areas. And so with this, they look at 3 years, and our district is very transient, so a smaller percentage of our population is actually represented in this figure here. So what I see from this is that we do have an area where we have an opportunity for growth, and that's working with our students for them to be able to show increased performance from year to year on the mathematics at the individual student level. And then also continuing to increase our student achievement across the board and pushing us to the target ranges by the state. When you look at college and career readiness, this is where we look at ACT scores, we look at the number of students taking advanced placement assessments and scoring at high levels. They also look at post-secondary placement of if students are using the information and classes that they took with us now in the workplace or college or career. So with this, you can see that we are performing in the 2020 target areas defined by the state. We are outperforming the state for all of our ACT performance. You can see for advanced placement, the state is actually outperforming us a little bit, but we have seen some growth in this area for our district. We saw a 2.1 point increase over the previous years, and in a moment I'll share with you more about the exciting things happening with advanced placement for us. For attendance, we are in the 2020 target range for the state. We have a 92% attendance for our students. We did slip slightly from 2018, so this is an area that we want to continue to keep our eye on. With graduation rate, we are on track with graduation rates, but you can see that we are below the statewide averages. So this is an area that we would like to continue to focus on. We actually are going to create a graduation rate committee as part of our strategic plan to identify the factors that could be in play for our students who are struggling with graduation. So this will be an area that the district plans to focus on and hopefully see some strong improvement in the years to come. So when we start looking at our district APR compared to other districts for our county and for a few in St. Louis County as well, you can see how we compare across the board. And so we are on track with the majority of our peers for math performance and also subgroup achievement. This is an area that I'd like to point out that when we look at our disaggregated subgroup achievement for our African American families, Hispanic, ELL, free and reduced lunch, and special education, that our students typically across the board outperform their statewide peers, and we're closing that achievement gap at a faster rate than they are at the state level. So we're excited about that growth, especially with some of our special ed scores from 2018 to 2019. And for college and career readiness, we are on target with the vast majority of our peers with our ACT performance. And then you can see here again, advanced placement, post-secondary placement, attendance, we're on track. Graduation rate, as I mentioned earlier, is the area that we do want to focus on as a district. So up next, we're going to talk a little bit about the ACT. We did see increases over 2018. For the district, our composite is at 20.9, the state is at a 20.8, and the nation is at a 20.7. You can also see the scores, the composite scores for St. Charles High and St. Charles West. And if we look at a 5-year comparison, you can see that for the years 2015 to 16 through 2017-18, those were the years that the state provided a mandatory ACT assessment for all juniors. So in 2014-15 and 2018-19, we had students who were taking the ACT as part of their college entrance. So these were more college-bound students instead of our total population. So in 2014-15, you can see that we were slightly below the state but above the nation that year. And now in 2018-19, we are above both the state and nation. We did some homegrown data analysis wanting to look at how did our kindergarten cohort of students perform on the ACT as compared to students who came in later during their high school career. So we looked at various different cut points, and so when we do compare our kindergarten cohort of students who took the ACT last school year as compared to students who came later in their high school career at some point between their 10th and 12th grades, there was a difference in our score of almost 2.4 composite points between our kindergarten cohort and our 11th through 12th. And as we looked at it from different benchmarks from 1st through 9th and things like that, the gap only widens as the students come in later in their high school careers. So this begins to tell the story for us that the longer students are with us in the St. Charles School District, the better they perform. We also did this same analysis in 2016. At that point, the difference between the kindergarten cohort and the 10th through 12th grade cohort was 2.0 composite points. So the gap is widening. It now for 2019 was 2.4 composite points difference. So we're going to talk a little bit now about advanced placement. I mentioned before that we had some exciting news to share. We had the most number of students who scored as AP Scholars with honors, or AP Scholars with distinction in district history. So we were very proud of that this year in 2019. We also, when we looked at students who were taking the advanced placement and students who scored at 3 or above, so if they scored the 3, 4s, or 5s, you can see in the last 5 years, and this is also true for district history, that we had more students performing the last 2 years at those high levels than ever before in the district. This is partly due with our focus on trying to eliminate barriers for students enrolling in advanced placement courses and having access to those assessments. So we're doing a better job of encouraging students to take these rigorous courses. We're now going to transition and talk a little bit about our MAP performance, which is our statewide assessment. This is a quick table that shows our district's performance as compared to the state, and then our schools are also included. This 3-digit number is our MAP performance index, and so you can see that we have a row for English language arts, we have a row for math, and a row for science. Social studies was field tested this year, last year, so they did not have any data to share. You can see that any of the areas highlighted in the light blue color are areas that scored higher than the state. If there's a green area, that's an improvement over 2018, and if it's a shaded area of blues and purples, then that is both higher than the state and increased improvement over 2018. So as you look at this across the board, we are seeing high improvement or improvement across the board for the district as well as most of our schools. And we are excited to say that the district across the board for English Language Arts, Math, and Science did outperform the state at pretty decent rates. So we are proud of that performance. Now we wanted to just take a quick look at our homegrown versus non-homegrown data for English Language Arts MAP assessments from grades 3 through 8. I'd like to show the percent of students by third grade. Our homegrown population is down to 72%, and our non-homegrown is at 28%. By the time we get to 8th grade, that is the tipping point where homegrown is actually less than non-homegrown. So we had a homegrown population in 8th grade of 49% and 51% non-homegrown in 8th grade. And then that rate continues in high school as well. So with this, without any exception except for with 8th grade, our homegrown populations outperformed, and in many cases significantly outperformed, our non-homegrown populations. In 8th grade, that performance was very, very close and very comparable. So when you look at 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade homegrown versus non-homegrown data, here you can see the numbers, but we actually are looking at anywhere between 34 points to 30, almost 39 points difference in these areas for our students. And then when you look 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, this ranges. 7th grade is about a 20-point difference, and 6th grade is about a 30-point difference, and then 8th grade is very comparable. And then if we wanted to take a quick look at math homegrown and non-homegrown data, the story is pretty much the same, except in this, for mathematics, in every scenario, our homegrown students outperformed our non-homegrown populations. When you look at 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades, 3rd grade was at about 27 points difference, 4th grade at nearly 70 points different, 5th grade was at a little over 50 points difference, so those are significant numbers. With 6th grade, we were at 45 points difference, 7th grade about 35 points difference, and then at 8th grade the gap narrowed. Again, this is where we have less homegrown students, but we're sitting at a little over a 10-point difference at that level. Transitioning now to awards and recognitions, we are excited to share with you a recent award that we received. It is for our Parents as Teachers program that serves students and families in our district between the ages of 0 and 5 years. And this award was from the National Parents as Teachers Center, and it was the 2019 National Blue Ribbon Status Award. And this is a very prestigious award. Only 2 Parents as Teachers programs in the state of Missouri were recognized this year. Our Parents as Teachers program and our parent educators will be recognized at the 2020 National Conference for their achievements and for the high quality programming that we're able to offer to our littlest learners and their families.
Hi, my name is Susie Mills. I'm the District Parent Liaison and Interpreter. This is my 6th year with the school district, and my role as a parent liaison and interpreter is to help close the gap of communication between our schools and our ELL families. Some of the roles that I'm able to do is to help with registration, parent-teacher conferences, IEPs, 504, evaluations, assessments, disciplinary actions. I'm also able to translate documents for our school district, including flyers, home letters, school letters, and district-wide communications. I look forward to working with you soon.
Hi, I'm Nicole Adams, K-6 Curriculum and Instruction Specialist for the school district. For the past year and a half, I've led an amazing group of teachers, specialists, and instructional coaches to analyze and update our current K-6 English Language Arts curriculum. We've spent an invaluable amount of time researching the science of reading and learning how the brain learns to read. We've researched programs and best practices for instruction, and we've worked with our ELA Advisory Committee from grades 7 through 12 to ensure we are making changes that will drastically increase our effectiveness in this content area. We are striving to make changes that will positively impact instruction and learning for all students in all grade levels. The work that we have done to update our K-6 ELA curriculum is grounded in research, will be based on essential learning standards, and will be vertically aligned. We are currently working as a team to write units that systematically and strategically include phonological awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, comprehension, writing, and grammar instruction. This new curriculum, pending Board of Education approval, will be implemented starting the 2020-2021 school year.
Hi, I'm Tina Lauer, the Instructional Technology Specialist for the district. This year, the business, marketing, and computer science teachers have been working hard at rewriting their courses to integrate more college and career readiness opportunities. One of these changes includes offering courses that lead to Adobe or Microsoft certifications. Adobe Creative Cloud and Microsoft 2019 will be used in these courses so that our students will be working with industry standard software. Another change includes the rebranding of the Marketing 2 course. Instead of a semester-long Marketing 2 course, we will be offering a semester of sports and entertainment marketing and a semester of travel and tourism marketing, so students can explore the different kinds of marketing career opportunities available. In addition to those changes, it was decided that students would be able to take any computer course to fulfill the computer application's graduation requirement, which allows our students a variety of options to choose from.
Hello, I'm Jessica Evans, and I am the Secondary Curriculum and Instruction Specialist for City of St. Charles School District. This year we've been working on a variety of different topics, particularly with special education and math. In our special education program for the secondary level, we've been working on the life skills curriculum. This is providing a consistent program for all of our students to be able to be successful in all aspects of life beyond high school. The other aspect we've been working on is our secondary math, and all of our secondary math teachers have come together in the last year, almost 2 years now, put together a very solid math curriculum, and they are now implementing that curriculum in the classroom. Our teachers are taking the time out of the classroom to learn new instructional practices so that when they do go into the class, they can provide our students with the best practices in growth mindset. And what that means for our students is it's not just learning how to do math, but it's learning how to solve problems. Not just math problems, but how to persevere through all types of life problems as well. And that is one thing about math that is so incredible, is if we look beyond the content, we look at it as a problem-solving technique. And our teachers definitely have that mindset, and they are moving our students forward in that direction with the new math implementation. We are so excited to see how successful our students will be with this, and so excited to see the growth at all levels. Thank you very much.
One more thing that we would like to tell you about is our full day PD on March 30th. We will begin the day with a presentation by Tim Brown for our pre-K through 6 teachers, and that presentation will be redone in the afternoon for our 7 through 12 teachers. When you are not at the RTI presentation with Tim Brown, you will have breakout sessions by district and out-of-district presenters. One breakout session that we would like to highlight is the Hidden in Plain View by addictionisreal.org. They will be here with their interactive bedroom and will explain how you can look in plain sight for things that have to do with drug and alcohol abuse. They will also be giving a presentation on the dangers of addiction. We will see you on March 30th, and thanks for listening to our video.